So, I'm a Brit that just moved to Melbourne, Australia, and here are 5 things that I've noticed in my first few weeks here. So, number one is just how friendly people are, which is really nice. I know there's like a stereotype that Australians are so like friendly and outgoing, but it's actually true. I wasn't sure how to actually whether that was true or not when I first arrived, but people are just so nice. You walk around, people will actually say hello to you, which in London they don't, and it's just really nice. Like we went out, people were actually genuinely interested to talk to you. I remember we went out, for example, we went to a market, and I was just buying a coffee, and I saw these Mentos that are Fanta flavored, and we'd already paid for our stuff, and my boyfriend just sort of pointed them out, and we were sort of talking about it, and the guy was like, oh yeah, they're new, and he just picked them up and just gave it to us and said, oh, you can just have them for free if you want. And I was like, okay. It was just so nice. And I just can't imagine people in the UK doing something like that. But yeah, everyone has been so nice so far, which is one of the reasons I guess we moved here. The second one is that here, when you're looking for an apartment or a house, whatever, you call them inspections, which in the UK we would call them viewings. Inspections sounds kind of funny, I think, but they also work quite differently. Here in Australia, the way that inspections work is that it's almost like an open house. So they'll have a particular time and date and everyone comes and just looks around the property. In the UK, we don't really do that. We do them sort of privately. So you'd ring up and say, I want to look at this property on this time and date. And then the estate agent will just meet you there, but no one else is there apart from you. So it is kind of weird to be here and there's just like loads of other people looking around the same property as you. But I think it kind of is actually more efficient the way they do it here. But it's just something you have to sort of like get your head around, that you arrive and there's just loads of people waiting to view the same property as you. The third thing I've noticed is that the way that Australia looks, I didn't really know that much. I'd never been here before, but it's kind of like, I think I expect it to be a little bit more British looking, but actually I think it looks a lot more like America in a lot of ways, especially places like Florida and California, where sort of hot places. In terms, I think it's because they're both very big countries, Australia and the US. So there's like big roads, big cars, tall buildings. We just don't really have that sort of thing in the UK because the UK is so small. But it was just something it was quite interesting. I think walking down some streets here in Melbourne, it really reminded me of Florida, places like Tampa and St. Pete, which I went to a while back. But then other times there are quite British looking things and very European looking things. So it's kind of like a mix between US and UK, but I just thought that was really interesting.